Yes, okay. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to move along with the agenda tonight because we're behind schedule. So, this first long question is for Ms. Rye and Ms. Prescott. What is the #1 transportation problem? See here, now you get a chance to elaborate. What is the #1 transportation problem facing the city? And as a council member, what would you do, or what do you do, to address that problem? So we'll start with you.
Well, I think from what I've heard from people in Ward 3, which is just right here from the university out to Russell, is that people don't necessarily value moving more cars faster on bigger and better roads. It's just not something we particularly value in Ward 3. One of the biggest problems we have is subdivisions. And when new subdivisions come in and they don't have any connectivity, and they have these things called cul-de-sacs, which I've said are paths to nowhere from hell, perhaps, they necessitate bigger and better roads like Reserve Street. We're never going to be able to buy our way out of the problem that goes along with Reserve Street. And I also think that Russell Street has to be improved. The price tag so far is $20 million. That's from about 5 or 6 years ago. It's probably up to $40 million. If we took just a little bit of that money that we spend on transportation in Missoula from the feds and the state and our own money every year and put it towards more sustainable practices such as bikes, peds, buses, carpooling, whatever it might be, then we get to buy our way out of it a lot easier. I don't care if you use a broom to get to work, as long as people aren't moving along in single occupancy vehicles as much. There's just no reason we have to think that we need an enormous vehicle to get ourselves to work. So that's what I have to say. I'm understanding that they're cutting us off at 2 minutes like that.
Ward 5 is the southwesternmost area, and Miller Creek there's no bus system. Up in the South Hills, man, you had to pay me $1 million to ride my bike down Hillview or down Garrett 23rd because it's very steep. And there isn't good bus service out there. So I think to say, that's okay to say, Stacy, for part of the city, but it's not for part of the city too, the way it is now. I think the #1 problem is how to pay for fixing the roads and building new roads. As we've seen with Hillview, people want it fixed, but they don't like the way it's being proposed. And I think everybody hopes they wake up one morning and the road fixing gremlins have fixed it. Yay! And it's all perfect the way that people want it. Miller Creek is, how do you get out? They need more, but how do you pay for it? And that's going to be the challenge, is people don't like any of the ways to pay for it, but yet they want someone to pay for it. Well, we have to pay for that too. We have to have more buses. We have to have more money, more federal money, or more city money. And where are we going to get the money? That's what I think is the #1 issue. Why is there spending? Wiser. Oh, wiser spending. But we still need more than we have in order to fix roads that we like Hillview. It costs $3 million. Oh, it has terrible drainage. It was built in the 60s. The early 70s. It was the way it was. It doesn't have on the side.